Oakland, California, a city notorious for gang violence and high in street crime. Hidden away in one of its meanest corners is a fight club like no other. It's not for frustrated geeks. It's not for aspiring MMA stars. It's for bikers and hipsters with something to prove. This is Fight Night at the East Bay Rats Motorcycle Club.
You can either go out and see a band, or you can go out and see a Broadway musical, or you can go watch your friends beat each other up. And so, I mean, depending on what you need for the night, I think it's pretty entertaining.
East Bay Rats Motorcycle Club was founded in 1994.
We were just riding bikes together. We were a club already, so then putting a name and a patch on it was just sort of the natural progression.
Fight nights grew out of their wild parties.
One day we set up every rat with another rat, had a big party around it, and then after that other people started fighting. Fights went all night, and everybody wanted to do it again.
Since then, fighting has become a form of initiation for anyone who wants to become a full-time member of the East Bay Rats Motorcycle Club. Josh is a prospect. He's going through his initiation.
To become a rat as a prospect, you have to fight 3 times in the ring over the course of the year when you want. You don't have to win or lose, but you do have to get in here and give it your best.
Fighting in terms of being an initiation rite is actually pretty common. What this motorcycle group is doing to initiate their members is just like a test that, you know, someone would have to overcome.
Josh might have bitten the canvas, but he's one fight closer to full membership. "27-year-old Jared Mabry recently became a fully patched East Bay Rats member. Now he's in. He doesn't have to fight, but he wants to.
It is a very important part of our culture being a motorcycle club. I mean, we don't want to have anybody in here that cannot hold themselves. I mean, Oakland, unfortunately, is a dangerous place to be, so it's nice to know that you've got capable individuals around you.
For Jared, the East Bay Rats are far more than a club. They're family.
Both my parents passed away in the last couple years, so my mother passed away right before I started prospecting, and my dad passed away right before I became a member. And so I know that after having met a lot of the guys in the club and realized that it is a family, is supported at 100%, you know.
Cheers, cheers. Getting ready for tonight, man.
Tonight, Jared will fight again.
Yeah, I think that's a hell of a match.
Yeah, that's good. I'll do my best, man. Worst you can do is get knocked.
Being a veteran doesn't make stepping in the ring any easier.
Exactly.
All right, I'm taking on purple today.
The 5 minutes before you go into a fight, you might be the most, you know, anxious, you know, as far as going into it. But the minute you get into the ring, everything goes, you know. It's, you let nature take its course, and you just get in there and have fun.
Fight night rules are minimal. There are no judges, no set number of rounds, and fighters fight until one of them gives up. The pink cat is the referee.
As far as our rules go, it's strictly boxing, standing in front of each other, throwing punches. No hitting in the back of the head, no hitting below the waist, typically no pushing, even though it happens a lot, and it will happen. And, you know, no takedowns or anything like that.
It looks raw and brutal, but at this fight night, the aim isn't to destroy your opponent.
We don't want everyone that comes through to be sent to the hospital. Sometimes you can see that come through with certain people where maybe they had a bad day and they're using this time to get up there and be angry, and that's typically not what it's about.
At the end of the first round, Jared's opponent is too exhausted to continue. The referee declares Jared the winner.
After a fight, I guess you feel relieved that it's finally over. You get to breathe and calm down a little bit. But I think that at the East Bay Rats fight clubs, it's nice because there is no winner or loser. If you had the guts to get up there and do it, you're a winner in and of that.
Perhaps it's this relaxed philosophy that makes this fight club so popular, and one to which even female fighters are flocking.
Some of the girls that get up in the ring would actually give a lot of the guys a run for their money.
At a motorcycle gang clubhouse in Oakland, California, ordinary people are stepping into the ring to get bloody and bruised. It's a proving ground for bikers and hipsters. Unlike a lot of fight clubs, women are welcome. And they do more than watch.
I'm Katie Holton, and I fight at the East Bay Rats Fight Club.
Earlier today, 23-year-old Katie was at work, looking after children in a daycare. Now, she's preparing to jump in the ring and punch another woman.
I kind of have a perfect balance, because during the day, I'm just holding babies all day and, like, loving them, nurturing them, and then I go out and get to punch someone in the face, you know?
Are you gonna fight tonight? Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Katie's been fighting for 2 years.
But I met her once.
At a recent East Bay Rats fight party, she traded punches with her best friend and roommate, Bean.
See if I'll be able to take a hit or not.
When I fought Bean, we didn't hit each other as hard as we would have hit strangers, but it's still fun. I mean, it's playing a game and competing with your best friend.
Tonight's fight will be different. Katie's never met her opponent, but she's heard she's tough.
Before a fight, I get super nervous. My stomach gets butterflies, and I get kind of quiet. But then, as soon as I get in the ring, all those nerves kind of just fade away.
All right, ladies know to keep it clean, but I'm not going to stop when we get to it.
In 10 fights, Katie suffered her share of injuries, including a broken nose. But for her, the risk is outweighed by the thrill.
When we get in the ring, it's about the sport, not about hating your opponent or anything like that. But sometimes when you get hit really hard, you lose sight of that for a second. I try to think of it like a chess game. You just have to think of it like that more so than getting emotionally involved.
She just plows in like raging bullfrog. She kind of fights like Tyson. She just swings for the fences and keeps moving forward.
For Katie, Fight Club is not just about landing blows on her opponent. She's also landing a few for women everywhere.
I think the girl fights are better a lot of the time because girls have a higher tolerance for pain, and I feel like we kind of have something more to prove than a guy getting in the ring too, so it just gives us more determination.
There's no doubt that for many in the male-dominated crowd, this is the evening's highlight.
I think the girls' fights are awesome. I mean, they're usually more entertaining than the guy fights. They go longer, there's more intensity, more yelling and screaming, and it's nice, you know, to watch a sexy girl get up there and bash in the face of another sexy girl, you know what I mean? And afterwards, they're all bloodied and breathing hard. Yeah, it's great.
After 3 torrid rounds, Katie's fight is finally over.
This girl that I fought, Angie, she was amazing. She was super tough and had really good stamina too, which makes it a super fun fight.
Katie seemed to triumph, but in keeping with the spirit of the night, the big pink referee declares the fight a draw.
I mean, you know, what it is it's about having that group of friends, you know, where you can all go out and be rowdy, and it's just a bunch of good fun.